Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching The Clone Wars Season 5, Episode 18, The Jedi Who Knew Too Much, which is a very ominous title. So excited to jump back in. A reminder that, as always, you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance. Let's go.
One with the Force, they are. And our job it is.
They only had a little bit left to live anyway, most of them. If not all of them.
Luminous beings are, and we shall all find ourselves
Palpatine.
Here. In time, live through us. Forever they will.
I just suddenly got this wave of emotion for all the Jedi that won't get this funeral right, that won't get this honour of being remembered. There'll only be small pockets of the surviving Jedi maybe thinking fondly of them and not carrying their memories with them.
So we moved.
The Republic military has taken her into custody.
Of course.
But
Palpatine.
This is a Jedi matter.
Letta isn't a Jedi. It's not for us to be judge and jury over a citizen of the Republic.
I do agree.
If Letta's guilty, she's guilty, and she should be dealt with.
She will be. Come on, Ahsoka, sweetheart.
Revenge is not the Jedi way.
Oh, Anakin.
The Chancellor feels very strongly that the Jedi be removed from as many military matters as possible.
Of course he does.
You yourselves said that you're peacekeepers, not soldiers.
I hope Chancellor Palpatine knows what he's doing.
I assure you.
Oh, he
Never
does.
anything without a strategy.
Does this guy end up as an Empire officer? Because he feels like one.
Ahsoka, have you ever wondered if it was right to ignore your emotions?
It's not.
My master would say, our struggle as Jedi is to move past them.
You make it sound so easy.
It's not healthy.
No, it isn't easy. But it's
And it makes it harder to
When we were
live
stuck inside
and
the
care.
Project on Geonosis, it was hard not to be afraid. Still, you and I got past it. And I guess we'll get past this.
I mean, that's kind of what Anakin teaches, is almost a way of having your emotions but controlling them and keeping them at bay until a point where you're safe to just breathe and feel it.
Ahsoka, we're needed in the war room. It appears the Separatists have mounted another attack.
Coming, Master.
Of course they have.
Look, I have to believe that one way or another, this woman's going to pay for what
She will. The Senate, she killed clones and civilians. They will give her a trial.
Commander Tano is the only person the prisoner will speak to.
What's her
I'll report
plan?
back whatever I find out.
Don't send her alone. This is a finale arc and I am stressed.
I was told if I ever needed help, you were the Jedi to contact.
Who by?
Give us a minute, please.
You could have told her this when when she
have much time,
captured
Letta.
you.
So I
The person behind this will be able to get to me unless you know the truth.
What's the truth?
Speak faster.
Jedi. A Jedi showed me how to create the bomb and how to put the nanodroids in.
Why would it?
One of you wanted to make a statement and was willing to attack your own order to do it.
Who?
Who?
Is it her friend?
Protect them, I will
Is that
do
why
it.
she's back in it?
Because it is obvious to me that I have been set up.
You fed your husband a nanobomb. You know what that's set up.
It's...
Letta! Letta! Letta!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Who is doing that? Are they in the vents?
But all the same, you're under arrest.
Oh, it wasn't her, but it looked like it was because she was reaching up to her the whole time. Fuck. He's behind this. He's so an Empire officer, right? I feel like I may have already known that, I just don't know. My brain gets muddled with what I know, what I don't know, what I imagine, my theories.
Curiously, the sound isn't working on this one.
I wonder if that could be suspicious, as it's...
Jedi she was afraid of.
That means nothing.
I beg to differ.
Get out of her
Someone
space.
else, Admiral. Someone I didn't see.
It's them.
How dare you touch her?
Admiral Tarkin has ordered that no one be allowed in there.
This is what he wants. She's a pawn to make Anakin more unstable. Fucking hell.
Sorry, sir. The Admiral's orders stand. This is now a military operation.
I get that it would look suspicious and that they would need to investigate it and that she may not have much of a defense unless they can find who really did it. But Because it looked bad. It looked how they wanted it to look. Note to a Jedi, if you see someone being randomly force choked, make it very clear that your hands are not doing it. You know, start doing the Macarena if you have to. Just do something that lets them know it's not you. Oh, Ahsoka.
Master, I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Sweetheart. Are they setting her up? Like if she... Because we didn't see Anakin do that. Are we setting her up to try and escape? Because trying to escape makes you look guilty? I'm stressed that this wasn't Anakin. I'm stressed that they're setting her up to make it look like she did this.
What's going on here?
It wasn't me.
Oh, fucking hell. I hate this. I hate things like this, where good people get accused of things they didn't do.
Oh no.
They're just... The clones are gonna despise her now. It looks like she murdered their own.
3 clones. Code red. If you see the target, shoot to kill.
Belay that order, Commander Fox.
She's killed troopers.
She hasn't.
Tano.
Sweetheart, she'd be so scared.
I believe you, Ahsoka.
He does.
But no one else will.
Oh, my love. I don't blame her for being frightened. Someone is trying to intentionally set her up and it's working.
Now.
I find, like, plot lines like this where good people get viewed as traitors and murderers and things. I don't like them. They make me feel icky and stressed. I can't even appreciate the droid dogs because I feel icky and stressed. Oh, it's not a droid dog. There we go. I feel less bad about not being able to appreciate them. Going with Anakin might have been the better call, because even if they didn't believe him, he could have helped her escape at some point. We just have to find who really did it.
Do not shoot to kill. Do not shoot to kill. Box her in. Don't let her escape. Tell me what you see, oddball.
Fuck. And Anakin would be so scared right now because he knows what position she's in, that any one of these clones hearing that she's supposedly killed clones could just kill her. I mean, she's a brilliant shot, but she's extraordinarily overwhelmed in numbers.
This'll knock her off her feet.
Fucking hell! Just outnumbered. Fucking hell. This is horrific. Good, I want Anakin to be the one that catches up to her.
You could have if you tried.
How would that look, Ahsoka?
Oh,
Forcing my way in would have made you look even more guilty.
I am not guilty.
he
You're
knows.
innocent. The only way we can do that is by going back.
I don't know who to trust.
I don't blame her, my love.
Would never let anyone hurt you, Ahsoka. Never.
It might be beyond your control.
Something I didn't do.
I am ordering you to put down your lightsaber and come with me.
Tell him at the very least the Jedi's behind this.
But you know as well as I do that no one else will believe me.
Obi-Wan would.
Anakin, you have to trust me now.
Oh.
Ahsoka, I do trust you.
I know you do. Wish me luck.
Ahsoka. I trust you, my love, but I hate this so much. That was a very stressful episode. I wonder almost if her friend is the one behind it, although I would hate to think that she would accuse Ahsoka, set up Ahsoka. I wonder if she'll go to her friend for help, or if just seeing her again was just kind of a nice way that the clone was I don't know, just the way they show people. I'm stressed. I hate plot lines like this. Every show that ever does them, they put me on edge. The idea of being set up for a crime you didn't commit, and just when someone is trying to plant this evidence and you don't know what to expect. Like, I suppose actually if you've actually committed a crime, at least you know what you did and so what evidence there is and like how to try and like cover it up. Whereas if you're just being set up, they've thought of that, the fear, and you know, when all you have as a defense is it wasn't me, they're not going to believe that. Then knowing that it's all these greater forces at work, and obviously we don't know exactly who did this, it's a Jedi that's gone to the dark side. I do believe at the moment Palpatine will ultimately be behind it, because this is a brilliant way to both disrupt Anakin's belief in the system, as well as isolate him from people that he could depend on and rely on that might help him stay on the right path, using one of his attachments against him, making him more unstable. But I'm so stressed, like, where does this go from here? Is Ahsoka just gonna be on the run from the Jedi for forever, and then one day she'll hear, oh yeah, all the Jedi are dead now, and she'll be like, well, that sucks, but at least I'm not running anymore? Or are we gonna get to do what I hope and resolve everything? But then she's obviously not in the movies, so maybe this is how she just ends up not being around for Order 66. God, it's just horrendous. It's just the thought of this, of someone that has given so much, has done so much good, could so easily be blamed. And like I said, a note to any Jedi or Force users, if you see someone in front of you being choked to death and it's not you and you can't stop it, just do something with your hands that is not, you know, I'm not force choking, I am dancing. You would then have to answer questions about why you were dancing while someone was murdered, but at the very least you're not there going, it would be like, oh no, my friend's choking, I'm just gonna go put my hands around their neck, that will help. But obviously she was just, probably if anything she was attempting to use the Force to stop it, but she couldn't. Who was it? How were they able to be so sneaky? Is it because they're in the dark side? Is that why she couldn't sense them? Did she sense them until she has an idea who it was and she didn't want to put the blame on someone else? But again, she would have done had they committed the murder. And why? I don't quite understand Letta's motivations, because she was like, oh, yeah, there are some of us who think the Jedi have lost their way and we're against the Jedi, but you know, I didn't do anything. I'm not taking the fall for a crime I didn't commit, but yes, I did give my husband the nanobombs. Then you did it! Yes, you're not the only person responsible, but you did it. And yeah, the fact that they waited. I wonder, had she said, had she refused to speak, would she have been allowed to live? I guess not. But they were so in advance setting up Ahsoka. They don't care who they kill along the way, and that screams separatist Palpatine to me. I can't even imagine what it would feel like to be Ahsoka, to kind of, again, the fear of being set up. In a lot of ways, I think the thing that you ought to do is turn yourself in. But that has such a reliance on the idea that whatever the justice system is, that it will do the right thing and that it won't just throw you out to dry. And I don't think we could trust that in this case. You know, public sentiment is already turning against the Jedi. The easiest thing to do would be to see, look, when a Jedi goes bad, we hold them to accountable. You know, it wouldn't matter what she'd done, it wouldn't matter the successes she'd have. She would just be a scapegoat to cover everything up. I do hope Anakin at the very least finds out what really happened, because I want to know who the fuck was responsible for this. Because I don't think it was like Palpatine skulking through the vents. I reckon it was an actual Jedi. And it's just stressful, and I am stressed. And Anakin, you know, feeling that sort of powerlessness to help Ahsoka, because what she's doing right now is just digging her own grave. But he can also understand that, like, when you're in this situation, you don't have options, and you know, he will just want to do anything he can to protect her, but no one's going to take that seriously, because they're going to be like, oh, just because she's your Padawan. So I am fracking stressed. You know, I spent the last episode being so proud of how far she'd come, and we saw those skills. She used them to escape, although she did lose one of her lightsabers, which makes me weirdly sad. I just really hope this arc is going to end with it all, with them finding out that Ahsoka is innocent and with her being home, even if things are a bit strained or whatever, and maybe she'll choose to leave before Order 66 or something. But yeah, this episode was intense. I'm very stressed for the next two, the last ones of season 5. A reminder that, as always, you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you for watching.